Welcome to another episode of the Popcorn Dialogues podcast with your two hosts, Nam
and Rosh.
And today we're going to talk about Superman.
Dude, oh no, I can't get it. Oh, I'm about to do it.
This is a long time coming. We've been wanting to do this for a while.
Yeah.
But we had not rewatched the movie.
Yeah.
So we kind of were a little bit hesitant to do it. So now that we have rewatched it, we've made some notes.
Well, you've made some notes.
I have made some notes. Yes, thank you. So we're going to talk about the new 2025 Superman, starring David Cornsweet.
Yep. Rachel Brosnahan, Nicholas Hoult,
and directed by James Gunn. And it is basically the first, no, not the first, but it's like the first new DCU entry by James Gunn at the helm, essentially.
Yeah.
Because he did Suicide Squad.
Him and Peter Safran at the helm.
So when he did Suicide Squad, I don't think it was officially that he was at the helm.
No, it was sort of like semi in charge.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we're going to start off like we started off our last episode, which was you know, a bit of the history of Superman, where he's been, who he is, you know, why is he famous? Why is he who he is? Why do we love him?
Yeah.
Why is he so cute?
Especially David.
How does he mesmerize everybody with his glasses? You know, just stuff like that.
Why does he have X-ray vision? No.
I have to, before we move on, sorry for any sniffles or croaky throat. I am getting over a bit of a cold, which is one of the reasons for the delay for this second video that we've second podcast episode. But we are persevering. We are moving along.
Yes.
So Superman was created in 1938.
Just before the war,
the Second World War, and he is created by writer Jerry Spiegel and artist Joe Shuster. And his first one came out April 18th. The first comic came out April 18th, 1938.
Yes.
And since then, it's been regularly in production runs all the way through. It is probably DC's most popular comic. I think
most popular IP, really. Because
most popular IP. I think just across the board, when it comes to comic books, it's the most popular. I think it beats Marvel as well.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, look, and then we'll get into the Marvel DC of it all, I suppose. But as we go forth in this episode, but there is no one more recognizable than Superman. Let's be honest.
Yeah, and the whole thing with Superman is he is the origin story, if you will.
Yeah.
He is actually Kal-El.
Yes.
His name is Kal-El. He is
from the planet Krypton.
And he is an orphan.
Yes.
Who comes in a spaceship.
Yep.
And crash lands on Earth and is
in
adopted in Kansas. He's a Kansas farm boy. He's a corn-eating all-American farm boy.
From Smallville.
His parents are Jonathan and
Martha
Kent. And his alter ego is Clark Kent. So there you go. That's basically all you really need to know about him. But he has some very special powers as well. Ma and Pa. And since I was a kid, I have loved Superman. I think everybody has.
I think everyone has.
I really have never met anyone who doesn't like Superman.
I mean, I don't think I have either. But then, like, you see people's like videos and stuff on like TikTok and Instagram, like, oh, Superman's lame. He doesn't do anything. I'm like, well, look, he's been around a really long time.
Clearly, he does things.
Clearly, there is an appeal, and just because he doesn't appeal to you doesn't mean that he doesn't appeal to everybody.
Exactly. I think he's a good like mass appeal superhero.
Yes.
You know? Yeah. He kind of has he's got a very And this is the thing, like the idea behind his creation, he's an alien, clearly.
Yeah.
He doesn't belong on Earth. So he's a very different person. He obviously has superhuman traits. You know, he can lift things. He's faster than a speeding bullet and all of that stuff. But a lot of him is, his whole persona is this man who is so physically strong and so intimidating, yet he's so gentle and loving and kind, caring and kind and heroic and chivalrous, you know? Yeah. Which I think if you were to look at the world we live in today, is such an amazing message. Yep. You know, like,
and especially with this movie.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. But yeah, it's like, I really, really like the idea of Superman. Yeah. When were you first sort of...
Well, I mean...
Like, what's like your earliest memory of Superman?
My earliest memory of Superman is actually the Christopher Reeve movies. Because, I don't know, I think just at that age, TV was a bit more accessible to me than comics were. Because comics you had to go out and buy... You know, and TV was like right there in the house. So yeah, the first exposure was the Christopher Reeve movies because of Mum, because Mum's always loved them. Yeah. She's absolutely crazy about Christopher Reeve, let's be honest. How could you not be? Yes. And she was like, oh, you know, anytime it was on, she would love to watch it. And like, you know, we would watch it with her. And that's really where the exposure and the love for Superman came from. And then, then I probably started reading comics when I was a bit older. And then Smallville happened. Yeah. Which again, just like is a whole other, you know, iteration of Clark. It's when he's younger and it's before he's Superman, but he has these powers. And yeah, it was just a really interesting way to look at him. And then, you know, in the last season, he does become Superman. Yep. And yeah, I love Smallville. I really love Smallville.
I watched Smallville initially, but then I kind of lost touch with it. Yeah. I actually wanted to bring up something about Clark as a character. Yeah. Obviously, you know, my intro was also the same as you, because if you haven't heard the first episode, we are sisters. We are from the same household and we're from the same mother.
Oh, are we? Are we really?
We're sisters from the same mother. Anyway, so we obviously had the same introduction with, you know, Christopher Reeve and all of that. Smallville was one thing that I did not watch as much as you, because by then, because we live in Australia, and unfortunately, this is the time before streaming when Australian television would start something and then would drop it randomly and then pick it up again and then drop it randomly. Yeah. And by then I had started working in the evening, so I really missed a lot of that show. Yeah. So I never really got a chance to catch up with it. And by the time it had come on DVDs and stuff, it was almost to the end and I was like, it's too much to catch up. Yeah. So I kind of left it. I still haven't watched it. I would actually like to go back and watch it. I still haven't watched it because I love Tom Welling. Yeah. I think he's such a great Superman.
He's a great
Superman. Clark Kent. He's a great Superman.
And we got the benefit of seeing him as Clark for so long before he also then becomes Superman. Yeah. Which is a treat, really. And
then, of course, we have the, I would say infamous at this point, Henry Cavill as Superman.
Yes.
Now, there's
the Snyderverse.
There's a caveat now. I love Henry Cavill.
I know you do.
And when he was announced as Superman, I was super excited. Yeah. Really, really excited. I've always liked him. And I watched Man of Steel, which was the first one. Yeah. And initially, I kind of liked it. As I was watching it, I was like, okay, I kind of like this.
Well, you might have been one of the only ones.
No, there's quite a few people who still do.
No. But
yeah, you didn't like it. I didn't mind it. I actually liked it. I was enjoying it. Yes, he was a different Superman. He was very broody. He was very dark. And the whole tone of the film was very dark. Yep. And that was Snyder's vision of it, clearly. But then the ending of it was extremely off-putting for me.
Yeah.
And if you haven't seen it, spoiler, he kills Zod, who is basically General Zod, who is basically the main antagonist.
Yeah.
And that seemed like the antithesis of everything that we know Superman to be.
Yep.
Now, having said that, there have been times where initially, in fact, when the comic book had first started in 1938, the two original writers, they created Superman to be quite an aggressive character. He was quite physically intimidating, and he would use excessive force against criminals and all of that stuff. It was only, I think, in the 40s when that was slightly changed, when new editors came out.
Yeah.
And then they sort of changed his personality a little bit. So I get that. I get that maybe Snyder's kind of going back to those old things, but there was a reason why that was changed, because it wasn't really working.
Yeah.
Plus it was post-war.
And it doesn't work with a character like that.
Exactly.
As we've discovered.
Exactly.
With this.
And that's the mistake that happened with
like you can't Batmanify Superman.
You can't. You just can't.
You can't.
And that's the mistake they made. Now, when it comes to Henry Cavill as Superman, I actually liked him as Superman because he was given a Superman to play and he played it really well.
Yeah.
I actually really liked him. So I feel bad. A lot of people are like, he's the worst Superman. Okay, fine. That's your opinion. You're entitled to it. I get that. Having said that, that's Superman he was given and he did the best he could.
Yeah.
BVS comes Batman v Superman. That's like, oh my goodness, it was horrifying. That was the worst. I remember sitting through that movie, you and I sitting through that movie, and at one point I turned to you and I said to you, what did I say to you?
First you were like, what is going on? And then maybe like 20 minutes later you were like, how funny would it be if the connection, if the twist is that both the mothers are named Martha
and they stop fighting.
And that's
exactly what happened.
And I was just like, surely not. No, that's not going to happen. And then it happened and I was like, what? And I honestly, I couldn't compute. I was like, no. I was like, no.
And who does it? Lois Lane.
That's his mother's name.
That's his mother's name. What happened to Lois?
How do you know that name?
I'm sorry.
That
whole movie was just a train wreck. It was the worst thing ever. So like that was so bad. Then of course we had Justice League, which was even worse.
With the mustache gate.
With the mustache gate. And that was even worse.
Now I should do that. Do you bleed?
It was just so bad.
It's so
and
bad.
the thing is, I actually like when you look
at no.
You sounded like a sheep.
Well, if the shoe fits.
Oh, that's funny. But like, you know, when BVS came out, like the core story of him being an alien and Batman being worried about that, I really liked that. That's an interesting little storyline. BVS in concept is actually really interesting.
Yeah.
It was awful in reality.
Yeah.
Right? It was just horrible. So that's kind of the Superman era that we're coming out of.
Yeah.
Plus then the whole controversy of Cavill with him getting involved with Witcher, and then he quit Witcher to come
back
play
Superman,
and then he gets fired as Superman, and all of that stuff happened. So honestly, I was very nervous about the whole Superman thing. And then it was announced that the Superman, James Gunn's his first movie is gonna be a Superman.
Yeah.
When he's setting up the DCEU.
Yeah.
And how did you feel about that? Like, honestly, like for me, I was a bit nervous.
I was nervous too, but then I was like, maybe it is just time for something completely different. And knowing James Gunn from his MCU days, I think everybody knew that it was going to be different immediately because he's not Zack Snyder. He doesn't have the same look on things. Yeah. And, you know, his approach to things is very, very different.
Very different, yeah.
To the point where even the Suicide Squad, the first one is completely different to the next one.
Full disclosure, we haven't seen Suicide Squad.
I haven't seen that one, but like we've seen the previous one, obviously. Yeah, I was nervous because I was like, why are we starting everything all over again? That was where my thing came from. Yep. But I was like, maybe it's just time to do something else. Like, maybe this is good. Maybe they need this. Like, honestly, Marvel kind of needs it too. But anyway, that's a discussion for another episode.
Yeah.
But then I was okay with it because I was like, let's see where this goes.
Yeah.
Let's see what's going to happen.
I think when they released the fact that it was not going to be an origin story is when I started to think, okay, maybe this is not a bad thing. Because
we have seen that 1,000 times, let's be honest.
And then we get bogged down in that whole thing. And then we get bogged down
with telling the whole origin story. And like, this is how Clark was a young kid. And like, you know, this is his power. Like, no, enough. Like, we've done it. Because to borrow from Anthony Mackie, if we have to watch Batman's daddy die one more time, as he likes to say,
that was funny.
Which, I mean, even when we do Batman, we need to skip over Thomas and Martha Wayne and like all that stuff because again, done it 1,000 times, right?
Yep.
So yes, when they said it wasn't going to be an origin story, I was like, okay, great, I'm in. So what does that now look like? And yeah, it looks good, man, because we've seen it twice now.
I've seen it twice. We've seen it twice now, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
It was really, really good.
It was really surprising. It was good. It was so colorful, and I loved the fact that it was so colorful.
Not that dingy grayness.
Exactly, and it was such a contrast just visually when the trailer came out.
Yeah.
Not even the trailer, the teaser.
The teaser, yeah.
Came out, and the first thing, I was like, how bright is this?
Who turned the lights on around here?
Right?
Like,
it was lovely. It was so lovely.
Yeah.
And it was so cheerful and pretty and colorful, and I just absolutely loved that.
And just an aside, as we've seen in media recently, all the night scenes are always so dark that you're like, why?
You can barely see anything.
Why is it so dark? You can't see anything. Like, there's this one scene in House of the Dragon where they're in the desert, I think. Again, I can't see.
Oh, God.
And I was just like, why is it so dark? I can't see anything. And I was like trying to turn the brightness up on the TV and all that. I was like, I cannot see a damn thing in this scene. And I was just like, what's going on? I was so relieved. I was like, oh my God, all the night scenes I can see.
You can actually see
like,
them.
Oh my God.
Not just see them.
Return on the lights around.
They're being illuminated by this beautiful kaiju in the background.
Like this giant eye thing, which was stunning. But anyway.
Yeah. All right. So let's start from the beginning.
Anyway,
so
yes,
the opening of the movie itself is outstanding.
Very Top Gun. Let's first say.
True.
So cool.
But very outstanding. Completely different to anything that you would think, because right from the get-go, I like the whole alliteration of it. It's like 3 centuries ago we get metahumans, and then 3
decades ago
we get this alien come in.
Yeah.
3 years ago he announces himself to the world. 3 months ago he, something else, and then
the Jarnpur
conflict, and then 3 weeks ago or something else.
The Hammer of Bravia.
And then 3 hours ago
he lost his first fight, and then 3 minutes.
First battle. And that line, and it didn't compute the first time I watched it, but the second time I was like, ooh, I like that. It literally says the protagonist of the film, Superman, has lost a battle for the first time. And then, of course, we see him crash landing
into...
And he is broken, completely broken. He can't even move.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, that's a great start.
That's a really good start.
Because as the audience, you're going, yes, we know he's going to get okay, but how?
Yeah.
You have no clue.
Yeah.
Obviously, you have an idea that he's got like a lair and blah and blah and all this. But where's it coming from? How is it going to happen? Then, of course, we get a second surprise. Crypto! It's Crypto! It is so cute.
I would die for that dog.
Oh my gosh. It is so good. I just absolutely love it. So, yeah. We get this amazing, brilliant start, and then we get to see him in the lair, and we get to see how he rejuvenates.
Yeah.
And that is such a great way to set up Clark as a character.
Yeah.
And Clark's story arc, essentially.
Yeah.
Because we get to know that he basically has learned the message from his parents, his Kryptonian parents, that they had sent with him
his
in
father,
the ship.
Played by Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper.
So random. Oh my God.
And that is something that he has taken upon himself, and he uses it as like a mission statement of why he does what he does and who he is. Yeah. His identity is rooted in that.
Yeah.
And I just absolutely love that idea. And of course, we get to see him healing from the yellow sun.
From the yellow sun.
And that yell, that primal roar.
Good.
Oh my God,
so
I love
good.
that.
So good, so good. Oh, yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Just
that opening is great. It's a really good opening.
I'm lost for
and then
words.
it goes like it focuses on his chest, and then the S becomes like the main Superman title logo. I mean, like the transition was so good. I was like, I remember watching it the first time. I was like, oh, what are we in for? I'm so excited. Like my feet like tapping on the ground. I was like, oh my God. Yeah, it was great.
And then we get to see him flying.
Oh, the flying is so good in the movie. So good.
So
great,
excellent.
Great flying.
So
sequences.
then, of course, we move on. We get introduced.
We get into the main story.
The main story and the main conflict, and we get introduced to. So he kind of jumps straight back into battle.
Yeah,
and we really get to see him being beaten up by the hammer of Boravia, and we see who's behind that, and it's Lex Luthor, played so brilliantly
by the love of my life, Nicholas Hoult.
You have a lot of love of your life.
I have a lot of love of my life. A girl needs something, okay?
Gosh. Nicholas Hoult.
Oh my God.
Is a revelation in this. Can I just say?
He is just so good.
And we're going to talk a little bit more about Corn Sweat in a bit. But can we please talk
about Lex?
Yes.
Can we just talk about Lex? Because, I mean, it's such a great way to open on him in the middle of this battle, this opening battle that's happening with the hammer. And then to find out that Lex is behind it. And, like, the way he was, like, walking up and down that room, I was, like, could not take my eyes off him. I was, like, And, like, just his stance and everything was just so, like, trying to be... what's the word? Like trying to be more than he actually is.
Yeah, he was putting it on.
Yeah. Like it had just felt so intentional.
It's a facade essentially.
By Hoult to do that. Yeah. It was so good. Oh my God. And just like he was just so wonderfully pathetic throughout.
Yes.
Like a sad little boy trying to, play with all these big toys and with the big guys, and he is so not that. Yeah. It's just brilliant. Oh my God. I just loved him. Yeah.
I think when we look at Lex, again, throughout history, we've had, some really interesting people play him.
Yeah.
I think Gene Hackman played him in the original Christopher Reeve ones. The late
great.
Yes.
Gene Hackman.
Absolutely. So yeah, he played Lex Luthor. We've had... Oh man, obviously Michael Rosenbaum.
Oh, one of my other favorites. So good.
Oh man, and then we had the very bad, and again, not his fault because I actually really like him, Jesse Eisenberg, and I really like him as an actor. But man, his Lex sucked. Again, it was what he was given.
Yeah,
So I don't blame him necessarily.
Yeah.
So you've again got these iterations of Lex. So. Looking at each one of them, they're all very unique.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about that.
Yeah.
And Nicholas Hoult just added to that.
I think he really... I could see Michael Rosenbaum's Lex becoming this Lex. I could see that connection really well. Because... Yeah, that again is you see Lex at a younger age in Smallville, and then he becomes what he becomes.
Yeah.
And I think Nicholas Hoult is he's just so good at what he does and everything.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, how could this not have been any less? Like you get the sense of like you don't know when he started like tracking Clark, and Superman, but you just see it through his like demeanor towards him and calling him it and this thing.
He dehumanizes Clark.
Constantly dehumanizing Clark throughout.
Yeah.
That it's been a while that he has had this hate for him and this resentment against him for basically becoming the savior to people. So it was just, he just did such a great job of bringing all of that across.
Yeah.
Right till the end.
Yeah. And of course we have the main sort of the story arc. How would you describe the arc? Like, not the arc, sorry, I'm in the wrong word. Basically the A storyline, B storyline, because we do have an A and we have a B. They are very intermingled, but what would you say would be the A? For me, I feel it's Clark's story that's the A storyline, and then you've got, the stuff that's happening with Boravia and Jahanpur and all of that stuff, which is like the B. But that's so intertwined.
They're so interconnected. That's a good way to do it. Like to bring A and B together in such an intricate way. That because Clark will always be the main story. Yeah. His personal arc will always be the main story of something, and this is very much like, yes, he's been through Superman for about 3 years now, but it still feels like year one. Yeah, because we're being dropped into him, still relatively new to this. Yeah, it's like Batman year one. It's kind of like Superman year one. And he's in a relationship with Lois. It's what we can gather. It's been just a few months that they've been together. And then navigating that, he's working at Daily Planet. He's far away from Kansas, from his parents. And, we get like these constant like little like Mon Pa calling, like all this stuff is really cute. And how he is not only having to present himself as Clark, but also as Superman, but like having to navigate both. Yeah. In this situation that is coming up between Boravia and Jahanpur, and how his views on everything, match up, basically.
He's very black and white.
He is very black and white, but like not in a bad way.
I saw wrong.
Has to be.
I have to do good.
Yes, there is a justification. Like if it's wrong, this is the way it goes. Yeah, So whereas Lois is very like in the gray,
and it's that scene between Lois, and this is where we come in because you brought in the relationship between Lois and himself. Yeah, Lois Lane is like, she's seasoned as a journalist. Oh yeah. She's seasoned. She asks questions really well. And do you think Clark is a little bit arrogant? Or is he just a bit naive?
I mean, no, I don't think he's arrogant. I think he's naive because he's not seeing it from Lois's eyes, because she's trying to make him understand that, what the situation is with Jahanpur and everything is not how you've handled it correctly. Yeah. And he's seeing it as like, what I've done it a certain way. And, like throwing him up against a cactus and like all this stuff. Like he thinks that's justified, but that's not how you handle things as a real adult in a real world. Yeah. Like there are certain sensitivities that you have to accommodate.
Yeah, like the whole geopolitical thing. Like they're a U.S. ally. You can't just. Who are you representing? Yeah, like.
Well, he's not representing anybody.
Exactly,
really,
and she asked him that question, and
she's like, because she says, "Does the U.S. government ask you to do this?" He's like, "No." Nope. Did so and so ask you to? He's like, "No," and
I just did it.
Just did it, and like. You can't just do that.
You can't do that.
So he's naive in that way. I don't think he's arrogant, because he's not like, ha ha ha, look what I did.
Look what I did, yeah.
But
he is fully justified in what he did.
He's just like, there is a like, he's like, yeah, it's wrong, and I'm going to help, and I'm going to do this. But that's not always how it's meant to be.
But you understand his frustration as well, because he is doing the right thing.
Yeah, because he's like, people were going to die. Like he actually, like, he gets frustrated about that. Like when she's like grilling him, and he was like, people were going to die. Like he gets angry. And he can't let that go. Like, that's within him to help.
It's that sense of justice that he has.
So I don't think he's arrogant.
How good was that scene?
That was really good.
It's so good.
It's so funny because he couldn't like figure out how to pause the
recording thing. Yeah, because he never uses it.
He's dying
because he never uses it.
He's like, how do I? And she's like, what are you doing?
I even like the bits where she's literally like teaching him. You have to say off the record.
Yeah.
Like, how can you say you can't say it after?
You have to say it before.
Like, so he basically doesn't even have the basics of being a journalist.
Like, and she's like, and you know, you make yourself sound bites, which is lame, by the way. Like, it's just because it is. It's so bad. But, no, that scene was great because, again, it's not just talking about the situation at hand. It's showing their relationship, which is still new.
Yeah. They're still getting to know each other.
Like, they've known each other as, I guess, co-workers at this point, for a while.
Yeah.
But they are getting to know each other in that she knows that he's Superman, obviously. And she's navigating not only a relationship with Clark Kent, but with Superman too.
Yeah.
So it is like she's in a relationship with two different people.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just very interesting to see their dynamic and they're just so great together. I love them
their
so
chemistry
much.
is like,
my god, David and Rachel were so good together.
Fire. Oof. So hot.
Fire.
So hot.
Yes, it was actually funny because I saw a tweet recently where it was like, it was a picture of them kissing, and then also Reed and Sue from Fantastic Four First Steps in cinemas now.
Go watch it.
I'm
having my water from my Fantastic Four cup again.
Yes, the one that you used in the first episode. What was I saying? Yeah, it was a tweet with like pictures of both couples, and I'm like, thank you, comic book movies, for bringing romance back.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Because, jeez, we needed it.
Oh, it was so lovely.
We needed it. We haven't had romance proper in comic book movies for a very long time. So the fact that it's back this year is very, very good.
It's lovely.
Very, very good.
Speaking of characters, can we talk about Lois Lane?
Oh, yes. Gladly talk about Rachel Brosnahan anytime.
You're a big fan.
I love me some Rachel Brosnahan. I first saw her in House of Cards.
Oh, was she in House of Cards?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So good in that.
Okay.
And then of course she was the marvelous Mrs. Maisel on Amazon Prime, streaming now.
Just like a one-woman ad campaign for everything.
For everything. I will always. Hey. This is what I do. This is my life.
Yes.
I advocate for these things. So yeah, go watch it. Yeah, I love her. And as soon as she was announced, I was like, it just clicked straight away. I was like, yes. It made sense. I was like, she is going to be so perfect.
Yeah.
And she was.
Like, I will say, like, even I've never really seen her in anything else because I never watched Marvelous Mrs. Maisel or House of Cards. But I had seen her in, like, scenes and stuff, and I knew that she was great. And so when she was announced, I was actually quite like, this looks good. She seems like a great pick. Because honestly, when they announced Amy Adams as Lois Lane,
that made sense. But then
it made sense, but she was such a disappointment, sadly.
But again, that's all she had to work with.
That's all she had to work because she's a brilliant actress.
Yeah, and she's one of my favorite actresses.
Yeah, she's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
So it was just so disappointing. So I was hoping that basically for all of them, but also for Lois, because she is such a pivotal comic book character, because she is one of the first sort of female characters that really it has agency. She is smart, she is strong, she is so independent, and of course she's a damsel in distress for Clark, obviously. But over the years, she has evolved. And
much like Sue Storm in that way.
Exactly. And I loved this new iteration of her.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that she's the one that essentially initiates Clark's rescue.
Yeah.
When he gets arrested and put into the Pocket Universe.
Yeah.
that Luthor puts him in. But anyway, let's get back into the narrative. So basically we've got Superman. He is, interviewing himself. He's, getting articles on the front page newspaper and all of this. And Lex is busy digging up dirt on him. And he finds dirt on him. But before we do that, I love the scene where they're fighting the thing. As a distraction, the giant thing.
I'm just calling it a kaiju because I don't know what the hell it is.
What is it? And it was just one of the funnest set pieces, I think.
Yeah.
Because you really get to see not only like this ridiculous thing, but also you get to see parts of Clark's personality.
Yeah.
And of course, that also introduces the Justice Gang.
Yeah.
Which is a great setup for like the rest of the storyline.
Yes.
Essentially. And that whole bit with him rescuing the dog.
Yeah.
Because that stupid dog
blows
just wouldn't
the dog
move.
out of the way.
He blows the dog out of the way.
Yeah.
And then he rescues the squirrel. And of course the kids and all of that. And it's just beautiful. I love that bit. And everyone knows this, but during that scene we have a cameo by Christopher Reeve's son.
Yes.
As the reporter.
The reporter reporting live on the scene.
Yeah, because he's actually a reporter as well.
Yes.
In real life. I didn't know that was him. Because I didn't know it. So when when we watched it again the second time, I was really looking out for it.
Yeah, you told me.
Yeah, so that was a cute little cameo. I thought that was fun.
Yeah. But
essentially at the end of that scene, he's, being congratulated by everybody and, all of that stuff. And then we get this message played on the screen. His parents' message, which Luthor with, what's her name? The engineer?
Yeah.
Who's, by the way, one of the coolest characters, but also very creepy.
Very creepy.
She kind of decodes, because that message had been destroyed initially.
Yeah.
But she's able to restore it.
Yeah.
And they play it, and it turns out that the rest of the message is actually quite sinister.
Yeah.
Because the first part of the message, which he's memorized, is essentially, we're sending you to Earth because, you do good with the people and, save them and help them and, all of this stuff. But then the second part is like the message,
lord over them because
than
you and all
basically stuff. We're stupid humans.
Yeah, and I was just like, what?
And things like, marry lots of women and procreate and all of this stuff. Yeah. And it's just like, oh my gosh. This is horrific.
Excuse me?
It's really, really awful.
Like, when I first saw that, like the first time we watched it, I was like, wait, what?
Is this real?
Is this real? Like, because the whole thing is like, oh, they've doctored it.
Yeah.
Like, that's what Clark is thinking too. But Lex even says later, he's like, no, it's real.
And you know what? I actually like the fact that it wasn't doctored.
Yeah.
I like that it was real.
Yeah, because, I mean, we've always had this impression of like his parents, like his biological parents, being like these noble, ethereal people that are so like untouchable and like so high and
just
mighty
so
and all above
good
us. And like,
yeah.
and then no, they're not. They're not.
Well, I wouldn't even say they're not good or bad. They're not even bad because they're aliens.
They don't know any. They don't know.
They don't know anyone. For them, Earth is a less advanced place. They are way more advanced than the Earthlings. Earth is a different place.
Yeah.
And, it's that whole mentality of it is a colonizer mentality, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
And that's probably where
we should know.
Where the bad comes in. Not that we are colonizers. We have been colonized. But anyway, the point is, it is, and this is it goes really well with the overall message of the film as well.
Yeah.
Which is, this was not a doctored message. This was a clear message. Go forth and colonize and make these people, subjugate them to yourself.
Yeah.
Have a harem. Be more.
Can you imagine Clark having a harem?
Oh, jeez. Superior to, you're superior. Therefore, populate the earth with your superior being. Essentially, that's what it is, right?
Yeah.
It's ethnic cleansing, really.
Yeah, basically.
Essentially. And that really goes hand in hand with what's happening with the whole Boravian Jaran Pool, which is an allegory for what's happening with Israel and Palestine.
Yes.
And that whole message, again, is very similar to that. You know, that's that mindset. It's a very Zionist mindset.
Yeah.
Right? And that's kind of what that is, what his parents' message is. And that's why I like the fact that it wasn't doctored. That it was real.
That it was real. So then it wasn't this thing of like, oh, it's just doctored, therefore, you know, they don't actually think that way. And then like this conflict doesn't relate to that at all.
It has an impact.
It has an impact. Like there is a very clear, this is what it is, you know?
And it's not just an impact on like everybody else. Obviously everyone's shocked, like, oh my gosh, like I love Superman, but look at him, you know. It has an impact on Clark.
Like my parents think this way.
Yeah.
And are telling me to do this.
It's his identity crisis, essentially.
Yeah.
Because it's literally like, all my life, this is what I have believed.
Yeah.
But that's not it. That's not real. That's not, you know, it's who am I?
Yeah.
If this is not who I am, then who am I? You know? So that, I really, really enjoyed that. And that's where we get that whole, you know, where he gets arrested and he gets sent to the pocket universe. But what I loved about that whole thing was he goes really mad and he goes to Lex and he's like, where's the dog?
Where's the dog? Like, yeah. Justice for crypto.
And, you know, he has the whole, you know, scene with Lex there and all that and then, of course, after that, we have the scene with Lois where they're chatting because after he comes back to his apartment, Lois is waiting there. And she just he's so down in the dumps because, you know, he really is lost.
Yeah.
And he doesn't know what to do. And all this conversation's happening. Okay, we need to arrest him. And, you know, he's an alien. He's a risk and all of this stuff. We have, you know, what's his name? The General Flag. Rick Flag and, you know, all the departments. They're talking about it.
Played by Frank Grillo.
Yeah, and I love that little moment between Lois and Clark again. Like, we get two really pivotal moments between them. The first one, of course, is them just kind of like hashing things out. But this one, and at the end of that first scene, he says, I love you.
No.
Oh, no, he says it at this one. Yeah, sorry. My bad.
Because that scene is, she's like, I told you I'm no good at relationships.
Yes.
Because they have to just have that big fight and everything. And then this one, he says, I love you, Lois. I just wanted to tell you that.
And I like that whole thing of them having that conversation of what is punk rock.
Yes. The best. It's like the mighty crab joys suck.
Yeah. And like Clark literally, that whole scene really reveals his outlook on life.
Yeah. Because
she even says that.
You know, I question things even when, I think she says like, I question things even when I shouldn't or something. I can't remember, but and then she says, and you just look at everything
you trust
and see beautiful and think it's beautiful. And he says, well, maybe that's the real punk rock.
And you can see why his outlook is like that because of that message that his parents had sent him with. And he looks on Earth as this place that he can do real good with. Yeah. But now all
not
of that
in the way that
not the way they originally meant, but that incomplete message. Yeah. But now that whole thing has been turned over his head. So he really doesn't know what to do. And so he decides to turn himself in like the bitch. He goes, but why? He goes, oh, you know, nothing else. At least I'll know where the dog is. Yeah. He's all alone. You know, he's scared. But he's not even a very good dog.
He's not even a very good dog, but...
But can we say that dog saved everyone's butt?
Did it?
Yes, of course it did. It helped Clark.
When?
During the big fight.
What, at the end?
Yeah. That dog helps.
The dog kind of got just called. Well, he got told what to do.
Yeah, but he was good.
And then,
he's a dog. He's a cutie.
He's crypto. He's the best.
He's crypto. So, I really liked that. He hands himself in, you know, he loves his dog. He hands himself in. And, of course, that's where we get the whole pocket universe thing where we really get to see the depravity that Lex is capable of. Yeah. Because he's not just creating, you know, keeping people prisoner. He is actually playing irresponsibly with science.
With science, yeah.
And putting everybody at risk, including himself. Putting
all these pocket universes to, like, you know, Baravia and all this stuff too.
Yeah, so he's got his hand...
Dimension.
Place, he's got his hand in, like, this complete geopolitical situation where he is making himself completely indisposable. Yeah. And that set piece again is really wonderful because that's where, you know, Lois comes in and she's like, okay, we need to save Clark.
Yeah.
And we get to see this amazing scene then when she goes to Mr. Terrific helps her, essentially.
Yeah.
Can we talk a little bit about the Justice Gang?
Yeah, we can.
I kind of like them.
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah, they're a bit goofy.
Yeah.
Kind of dumb.
Yeah.
But they serve their purpose.
But they serve their purpose and they work for the B storyline.
Yes, definitely.
And I just love that one of them is Nathan Fillion.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I love it.
Anybody who knows us knows that we love some Nathan Fillion.
I love Nathan Fillion.
Oh my God. Firefly.
Excuse me. 2 guys, a girl, in a pizza place.
True,
Thank you very much.
Come on, Firefly. Like him and Alan Tudyk, who plays one of the robots in the layer.
Okay.
Because I was like, like when we knew it was going to be Nathan Fillion and Alan Tudyk in a movie together, we're like, are they going to get screen time together? But unfortunately not. But
well, when I saw Nathan Fillion in 2 Guys, a Girl, in a Pizza Place, that was also introduction to Ryan Reynolds.
Very young Ryan Reynolds.
Young Ryan Reynolds, who was very cute, but man, Nathan Fillion was a cutie.
Yeah.
I've liked him since then.
Yeah.
So there you go. But yeah, Justice Gang is introduced and we get Mr. Terrific. What's his name? The one Nathan Fillion's character?
Guy. And he's a Green Lantern.
Yeah, he's a Green Lantern and we get Hawkgirl.
Yeah, Hawkgirl played by Isabella Merced.
Can I just say I kind of don't like Hawkgirl. Not this, like, not her persona, but I just the character itself. Like, she's a bit goofy for me.
I mean, I feel like we haven't seen her that much in media, so it's sort of like
maybe it could be that. I just remember Hawkgirl from
landed on anything for her.
Well, wasn't Hawkgirl in one of the Arrowverses, and that was a bit goofy looking. It was one of the it was one of the Arrowverse shows. It wasn't like a full show, but she was one of the characters.
Oh, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. So anyway,
yes, it was Isabel Merced of The Last of Us.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we get introduced to the Justice Gang, obviously, and then of course we've got Lois and Mr. Terrific helps her.
Yeah.
Find Clark.
That scene. Oh my God.
That whole scene is so good.
With the spheres. Oh my God.
But that's followed up with, I think, an even better scene, which is the rescue of Clark through the Pocket Universe.
Yeah.
And we meet another character who later on joins the Justice Gang, who is Metamorphosis, and he's also known as something else, Element Man. But most importantly, we get to, following that scene, get Ma and Pa.
Ma and Pa.
We'll go to Kansas for his recovery. And I love...
He gets a big old mush for Clark.
He's so cute. I love how ordinary they are.
Yes, me too.
They're so not glamorous. They're just this ordinary old couple.
Yeah.
Who adore their son.
Yeah.
And I got so emotional.
Same.
When he's lying in bed and they're just kind of like,
is our son going to be okay? I was like, same. Oh, I cried. I cried from that bit. Like, even when Clark's sitting outside and
his dad
Jonathan
comes
and sits next to him. Oh my God, I was a mess the first time.
I love what he says to him, because he's questioning this whole identity thing, and he says, they lied to me. Oh, not lied to me, but I didn't know what they wanted me to do. Like, who am I? And I love the way his dad is like, you don't worry about that.
Yeah.
This is who you are.
Parents just give you the tools to help you decide for yourself who you are.
It's your decision who you are going to be. It's not just because they said it doesn't mean you have to do it.
Yeah.
And look at what you've done already.
Yeah.
That's who you are.
Yes. Yeah.
And I thought that was such a beautiful little message. And I love that sort of, and it kind of reminded me of that bit between Reed and Franklin.
Yes.
Where
God, it's
Reed
so good.
says to Franklin, you're going to tell me who you're going to be.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care about anything else.
Yeah.
And that moment of, like, getting a little bit choked up thinking about it, it's like, that destiny of children. It's like, as parents, you look at your children and go, who are you going to be? But you can't decide who they're going to be.
Yeah. Only they can decide
who they're going to be.
Yeah.
You as a parent can have hopes and dreams for your children, but they are the ones that are going to make those decisions, good or bad.
Yeah. I just love Martha coming in and be like, Clark, there's something in the box you gotta see. It's just like, oh my god, it's so good.
They're so typical. I love it.
Oh my god, I love it. So much, but like in a good way.
Yeah,
they're so cute.
So good.
I love them.
And then of course we get the whole, the ripping of the pocket universes, and because Lex has kind of created this absolute mess of things, and Metropolis is in trouble, so Clark has to go. But then you also have the war amping up between Jaranpur and Baravia. So you've got that happening as well. And that's where we really get, I really liked this, and it kind of hit me when we were watching it again. Clark is a leader, yes. Yeah. He is in control, but he is not afraid to delegate.
Yeah. And he can't be everywhere at once, literally.
He can't be everywhere at once. And he's not arrogant enough to think, I have to save everyone. No. I know people can help with this situation. Yeah. I'm going to let them do it. I'm going to call them and let them do it. He does it before that as well. We see him do that when that kaiju thing is in the big eye thing. The big eye thing is in the air. And the Justice Gang is fighting it. And he's just sitting there, and she's like, you're not helping me? He goes, no, they can help. They can handle that. So like he's comfortable giving other people control of situations. He doesn't have to be in control of everything. Yeah. And I think that's such a good strength of character that we see. Yeah. And so, of course, we see him in the, the big saving people.
Hunting things. The family business.
He's not a hunter.
He's not. It's not supernatural.
No.
Anyway, sorry.
But yeah, he's saving people. And, oh, man, this is where the visual side of this movie really shines, at least in my opinion. Yeah. And we really get to see Clark being Superman. Yes. Because honestly, before this, yes, we do see him in his Superman costume. But that point, he becomes Superman.
He becomes Superman because he's had that inner conflict of deciding, do I listen to what my biological parents have been saying, or do I
not listen, but
do I take that into account? Yeah. Or do I reaffirm what has already been true for the last several years? That I'm going to help people. Yeah. And to help them, not to lord over them. And he makes that decision.
And he's there. He is helping people. That visual of when the building falls on that car. And the car, he's holding it up.
And then he rises up.
He rises up through
and
the
cloud. And you hear the theme come in.
The cloud, and then the theme. It made me so emotional when I saw that.
Oh, that's perfect.
It was beautiful. Absolutely loved it. And then, of course, we see him at his absolute peak.
Can I just say one thing? It was really good, not only in this movie, but also Fantastic Four, to see people being evacuated from the cities.
Thank you.
Like, the care for human life is back.
Yes.
Because why are we just letting these things happen and people are just dying for no reason?
Even in the earlier scene where that big giant thing is, busy blowing buildings up, Superman turns to people and going, "Are you okay?"
Yeah.
Like
asking people if they're all right. Like, what happened to that?
Can we please get back to that? Can we not have just random loss of life?
I know, and then be like, we have to do something about the consequences of losing all these lives. Sokovia Accords. Sorry to cross over again, but it was bound to happen.
Yeah,
but I just mean the people leaving Metropolis, and then in Fantastic Four, they all go into Subterranea, and all this stuff. So actually caring about the people.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I just needed to say that.
Absolutely, I agree. Yeah. And also during that whole part, I think the motif of animals keeps coming up in this movie. We see people, with their dogs and their little turtles. Oh my God, the lady's walking with the turtles.
The life of everyone and everything is important.
Everything is important. Him saving that squirrel, the dog, the turtles going in there. I think it's beautiful.
So cute.
And honestly, I feel like having watched Guardians 3, this is a James Gunn thing.
You know what? Yeah. Yeah.
This is a James Gunn thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's just...
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that's so true.
It hit me yesterday.
I was like, oh.
And I was like, this is it. This is him.
This is, yeah. Oh, James Gunn, we love you. Oh my God, that's so great.
This is him, right? It's like every single being is precious.
Yes.
You know, and if you think about it, for Clark, doubly so now.
Yeah.
Because he is not of Earth. So these beings, humans, animals alike,
whatever, yeah,
are not him.
Yeah.
Right? So he is their protector.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, when we see the turtles, it's not him protecting them
Yeah,
physically, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
But like the imagery of it.
Yeah,
is,
absolutely.
Yeah.
And I just absolutely love that.
Yes.
And of course, you know, we have the battle scene with Baratheon. Now, this is where...
Well, yeah. This is where I have a few issues.
Actually, before we do that, can we talk about the big fight between Clark and Ultraman?
Yeah, well, we get a reveal that Ultraman is a Superman clone, as a Clark Kent clone.
Yeah.
Which,
to be fair, can I say one thing?
Yeah.
In my head, I don't think I said it out loud the first time we were watching it. And in my head, I was like, oh my gosh, that'd be so funny if it was actually Clark himself. And then I was like, nah, it wouldn't be that.
Are you just like super clued in to
Maybe.
Superman?
I don't know. Maybe I am.
Because even with the whole Martha thing in BBS, I was
that was really obvious.
It wasn't obvious to me, but that was only because I was having such a horrible time watching the movie that I had kind of just like checked out.
That was a totally ironic comment that I made,
and you just said it ironically.
Yeah,
true.
I did, and it weirdly enough,
that's what it
turned out to be.
Weirdly enough, that's what it turned out to be. So,
this one, it wasn't an ironic thing. It was just kind of like in my head, I was like, oh, because I literally was like, who is as powerful?
Yeah,
as Superman.
I just love Lex going, unfortunately, he's even dumber than you are.
Stupider than you are.
Stupider than you are.
Oh. I literally was thinking, I was like, who can beat Superman?
Yeah.
You know, like, who can beat Superman? And that's kind of what prompted that thought that, oh, maybe it's like, you know, I didn't think it was a clone. I honestly thought it would be like maybe he's got someone a twin, from
not even a
Krypton,
twin, but like there's someone from Krypton.
You know, maybe a cousin or a brother or something or the other.
Loki, I was like, what if it's like this movie's General Zod?
Yeah, like, you know, could be that.
You know, I was like, oh.
I just thought it was sort of like in that vicinity. I didn't think it would be like a clone or anything. So when that happened, I was like, ooh, I was pleasantly surprised, honestly. Yeah. And I love that fight as well because again, it's like the whole mono a mono. He's fighting himself.
Yeah, like in Superman 3. Yeah. But yeah, that bit is just so good because it basically, again, reiterating Lex being so much hatred for him. So, like, just pettiness at this point. Like, and the whole thing with, like, I can destroy you, and, like, you know, has learned all his moves, has all the cameras and things on him, and, like, that bit where he's just like, 1A.
Yeah,
like,
that was so good.
I was like, oh, you really are a sad little boy. I love it.
And that's when you really get the peak of the whole Superman thing, because at this point, he's got, you know, the engineer has put, like, this thing in his lungs.
Yeah.
And they're expecting him to die, essentially.
Yeah.
But then you're like, hold on a minute. This is Superman.
Yeah.
And he goes all the way up. Up. And, oh, man, that bit was so
before
good.
The Ultraman thing.
That was before the Ultraman thing. But that whole bit is just so good.
Yeah.
And
they
then
were like, and then being like, we can't catch up to him. It was like, yeah, he's faster than a speeding bullet. Of course you can't.
Exactly. Like, you really get to see how powerful he really is. And the only way he was getting beaten is because Luthor has studied
his
so much
moves. Yeah.
You know, and of course, you know.
And then we have a way to deal with that, and that's Krypto.
Yeah. And of course, Krypto comes and saves his butt.
Yeah.
Which is great.
He's like, Krypto, get the toy.
So Krypto is one of those ADHD kids who has, you know, very important skills. He just needs to be channeled.
Yes.
And so Clark finally realizes. I don't know. Maybe. I have no idea.
Asking. Yeah, I don't know.
Clark realizes that.
Yeah.
And he uses it to his advantage. And he tells Krypto clear and simple instructions. And he follows them. right? Instead of just going, stop biting, stop doing this. Stop. He's not going to stop.
He's not going to stop. Yeah.
Right? Do this.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's a game. It's a toy. Go catch it.
Yeah.
And he goes, does it.
And he does it.
He's a good dog.
Yeah. He's a good boy.
He's a good boy. But then, of course, we have the whole mess, the fight in Boravia and Jahanpur. And that's where you have your little set of issues.
Look, it's not a set of issues. It's really just one thing where, this is a conflict that is, as we've said, based in reality to somewhat.
Yep.
I mean, quite a bit, but we'll say somewhat because they haven't made it completely like this is what it is. But
this is what we're reading into it. Yeah.
I mean, we all have that. Majority have had that reading, of course, because it is taking some of that into account. But, it's not completely the same. Let's just say that. But anyway, it is somewhat set in reality.
Yeah.
And so the whole bit with the people in, they're out in the desert and all the stuff. And the kids at first are chanting like Superman, 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 which is great.
And they're raising that flag.
And they're raising that flag.
Yeah.
The yellow flag with the S on it. The symbol, I should say, not an S. But, and they're chanting it first. And then all of the people join in. And I just felt it was a little... it was a little on the nose.
Yes.
And a little too cheesy.
I did not like that.
For adults to be doing that. Right?
Yes.
Because the innocence of children doing that says so much more about the impact of Superman than adults, So, because adults know better. They know there is no savior coming to save them.
Yeah.
And, like, yes, they get surprised in the fact that the Justice Gang comes and shows up, right? But it just... I don't know. It just felt very out of sorts for me. Like, I was like... I was fine with the kids being like this enthusiastic, but the adults, just something didn't sit right with me.
Yeah.
I was like, it's not that like they shouldn't have done it, or like, I don't know.
It just didn't
fit.
It felt very campy.
It felt a little campy. Yeah. It felt a little cheesy, a little campy, a little like.
I feel like it took away from the moment.
Yes.
Like the seriousness of the
moment, where it just became like this, like Superman. Like, as I said, like kids doing that, it makes sense to me because they have this idea of Superman in their heads. And I just don't think adults and kids think of Superman in the same way.
Especially when Superman actually didn't show up.
Yes. Exactly.
Like, obviously, because he couldn't.
And I really love the bit where that kid is like, he's holding the thing.
Yeah, and he's
like,
just quietly.
Superman.
He's so cute.
That was very cute. That was cute. That was really
I really
well
liked that.
done. But just the adults getting involved, I was like,
it was a bit like...
They can like cheer and be like, whoa. And
yeah.
But like them chanting Superman was just a little too much for me. Yeah. And that's really my only gripe about that whole thing.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
That's just my one little thing that I was like,
Can I just add another thing that I actually really enjoyed about that fight was when Green Lantern, because he makes all these things.
Yeah.
The middle finger the whole time.
Oh, and guess what?
It's so...
Guess what?
What?
That got censored in India.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, no. How'd you know?
Oh, they were talking about like censorship in India.
No.
That got censored. The kiss at the end between Lois and Clark got censored.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they removed it.
What?
Yeah. The floating bit.
No.
Yeah.
Why?
I have no idea.
They show kisses in Bollywood movies.
Yeah.
That are even more like
that are actually worse.
Yeah.
To be honest. Yeah.
I mean, there was nothing bad about it.
Worse as in like bad. Like
way more graphic.
Yeah, exactly.
They show
so
what?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I was just like, I was just reading that. I was like, seriously?
Oh, this is sad. This is sad.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I was like, I read that before we actually saw it the second time, but I was like, let's save it for the podcast.
Oh, jeez. Oh, well.
Yeah, I don't know. Censorship is a weird thing. It's a weird thing.
It is a weird thing, especially in India. Like, I know they censor things, but like this is a bit much. Like, this, a kiss.
Yeah.
Especially when it's so prevalent in Bollywood movies now.
I could still see them, like, why they censored the middle finger thing.
Yeah, middle finger, fine, whatever. But that doesn't bother me so much. But the kiss bit.
The kiss is like nothing.
It's not even about nothing. It's like you see that stuff in the movies you yourself produce.
Yeah.
So why in Superman of all movies? Like, it's so weird. Anyway,
it was weird. But yeah.
Whatever. So yeah, like, I think overall amazing film. How many stars would you give it in your Letterboxd?
My Letterboxd, I have it as 4 stars.
I haven't done mine yet. 4 stars.
Oh yeah, you opened a Letterboxd.
I just opened a Letterboxd.
Oh my gosh.
I shall link it on our Insta.
Will you?
Yes, I will.
Well, mine's on there too. So. I was like, will you? As if like I don't want you to, but I mean, go ahead. What did I rate Superman? I rated Superman 4 stars.
Yeah. I'd do 4. Yeah, definitely. I do 4. I loved David Corn Sweat.
Oh,
amazing.
We have not talked enough about him in this, so let's talk about David.
Amazing. I've never seen him in anything else. I just absolutely adore him.
I saw him in a show called Hollywood that Ryan Murphy did, which is pretty much a big fever dream because I don't remember it at all because it was 2020 during the pandemic.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I've literally only watched it the one time, but I really remember liking his character. I thought he was very interesting. And then he was like in one episode of The Politician, again, Ryan Murphy. And he was in the movie Pearl, which is with Mia Goth. He plays the projectionist.
Oh, okay.
Which he looks so good in because it's like period piece. Oh my God.
Can I just say,
this man looks good in a period film.
He is such a handsome man. Like he is a Superman Clark Kent looking man. Yeah. This man was born to play him.
Yeah.
He looks like him.
Yeah.
I think they did such a good job. Like, I heard some people going, oh, his costume's a bit goofy. I don't think it's goofy. I actually kind of like it.
These are the people who were all for the Snyder version of the costume.
I don't know.
Which was without the red underwear.
Yeah, I didn't like that. In fact, it looked weird to me.
It looked weird. I was like, we could see everything. What?
It was very odd.
It felt like something was missing from the suit. Constantly. It felt something was missing. I was like, there is no red apart from the cape. Yeah. Because even the symbol is muted.
Is muted, yeah.
And I was like,
I just didn't like that costume.
But I just never liked that costume. Yeah. Anyway, yes, he is amazing. And I just think he brought such a sweetness to Clark that we've been missing for so long.
Agreed.
With the gully and the G.
He likes cocoa.
He likes cocoa and he drinks milk. Which I can't stand milk. So when I see people drinking milk, it's like ugh. It's so gross. But the sweetness was just so lovely
and
to
it
see.
Seemed very genuine,
yes,
and
he's so like he loves it. He loves this character.
I love this is something we didn't talk about earlier, but when we were talking about like human life sort of thing, and for Clark, like someone who is a falafel guy, they used him to torture Clark, and you would think, oh, he doesn't even know him, but that was such a torturous thing for him. And like, it was just that in itself, just to portray that level of empathy. I think was really nice. He did such a good job of it. He was such an empathetic character. Everything that he did as Clark or Superman seemed very genuine. And as an actor, I loved watching that. I absolutely loved watching it. He was Superman. He really was. In terms of, we found this information. I don't know how accurate it was. It's the Variety thing that they put out with the whole earnings thing.
Look, I'm not about to believe Variety or anything because they have been putting people into a panic sweat about the Fantastic Four box office for like the last 2 weeks.
They've been all about the money for the last couple of weeks.
And
it's
I'm like,
weird.
Variety, stick to your lane. Stop this.
So anyway, speaking of all about the money, they put out this post about how much Superman was made for. I think the production budget was $200 25 million,
something like that. Yeah.
Their marketing budget was like 125 million, which I find so funny because half of their marketing was free TikTok videos.
Yeah.
That Nick Holt did down the pants of David Corns, but that was so funny.
That was so funny. But my favorite was the Princess Diaries one.
Oh my gosh, yes!
It's like, we're gonna take this, and we give you a princess.
A princess, and he's just David Corns was just like
with the biggest smile,
with his dimples.
So cute.
It's adorable.
God, it was adorable.
I love how he has completely leaned into I'm a pretty boy.
Yeah. I like the whole thing of like Nicholas and Rachel being like, all right, this is our friend David, and he's going to give you the whole plot of Superman right now, so you better be nice to him, okay? And he's like, all right, guys, so like, this is what
he's so good. And he's been so good at like all these interviews and stuff. Yeah. Like so good.
But can I just say, it is absolutely hilarious that he gets so diverted by talking about Star Wars. Because this guy, put him in the next Star Wars movie.
Why not?
Because
maybe I'll watch it.
He is like, you could just tell he's dying to be in Star Wars because he loves it so much. Like, I've never
I don't think that's gonna happen for a while
in recent time who has been so in love with it. Just give him an excuse to talk about Star Wars and he will take it. But he's just been so lovely.
He's been really so lovely. Yeah. So anyway, so this whole thing came out with the money, and then it comes out that James Gunn was, I think it was 15 million his salary, which makes sense. Nicholas Hoult was 2 million,
which also we get into the next two, makes sense because he has been around since he was a child.
Yeah, and having said that, I feel like it was a little bit low.
It's still, again, it is a bit low, but 2 million makes sense in terms of he has been around for so long.
Yeah, but then the big surprise is both David Cornsman and Rachel Brosnahan only got 750,000. Not even $1 million.
And that to me is like,
that's awful.
What?
That is awful.
I don't understand why it wasn't like
1.5 for David and 1 for Rachel.
And then 1 for Rachel. Like, at least $1 million.
Look how much money you've made. Like, that's...
Unless it's that whole thing of, like, they get paid again after, like...
Maybe it's in a contract. I don't know.
Maybe it's in the contract.
We don't know
that.
The
percentage of the box office or
whatever. I hope that's it, but I don't think so.
At least $1 million or more for them.
Because if you think about it, we went through, like, the Avengers cast stuff, and Chris Evans only got $350 for first Avenger.
First Avenger?
Yeah, he only got $350.
Oh, you mean Captain America?
First Avenger. The first Avengers, I think he only got 500,000 or something. No.
What? No.
Whatever. No. But it wasn't a very high.
It wasn't high, but it was in the millions.
Yeah, I think it's the second. I don't know. There was something else that he got 500 for.
Maybe his appearance in Thor.
Maybe. Could be that. I don't know.
The Dark World. But yeah.
Could be that. But he went... It was a significant jump, yes. Yeah. So hopefully that jump is going to happen for... And I think it will.
Yeah.
I think it definitely will.
I'm saying if, only because it hasn't been announced, but if there is a sequel, which there probably will be, it needs to go up. Significantly. It needs to go up.
Because this man is Superman.
He is Superman, yes, but look at the work he is doing.
Yeah,
like putting his body through so much.
And not just that, can we just acknowledge the fact that, I'm sorry, but Henry Cavill, you can criticize him till the cows come home.
Yeah.
And he might not be your favorite Superman, and that's okay. He was treated appallingly.
Yeah.
You know, I just don't think that was a very good way to treat someone who's your lead character.
Yeah.
You jerked him around, you know. Yeah. I don't think necessarily the whole Witcher and him is probably true. I'm putting 2 and 2 together.
Yeah.
But that's kind of how it was implied. But the point is, you can't, you know, do that to someone. So I just hope that they treat him better. I feel like with James Gunn at the helm, things will be a little bit different. Having said that, it is a movie business, so we don't really know.
Yeah.
And this is where the whole competition aspect's also the thing, like, oh, you know, Superman made this much and Fantastic Four made this much, and but it makes sense for Superman to make more than Fantastic Four.
And can I just say, as great as this movie is, it has not made what it should have made.
Superman?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It should have made more.
So the fact that this comparison is even happening is just dumb.
And if you were to think about it logically, I'm a fan of both Superman and Fantastic Four. I love both movies equally.
Yeah.
Having said that, logically, you know that Superman is way more popular than Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
This is the thing. I just think, like, if you're going to compare the two, you have to acknowledge the fact that, number one, you can't compare the two.
No.
Because they're not comparable. Everyone is going to know Superman more than Fantastic Four. Simple as
Even I
that.
can acknowledge that. Yeah.
Simple as that. And if you are interested in both films, we're living in a cost of living crisis. 'Cause he lives.
Yeah.
Right? As the Aussies would say. 'Cause he lives.
Yeah.
If you had to pick a movie, you're probably going to pick Superman.
Yeah. There's 3 movies that came out in July.
Yeah.
You had Jurassic World Rebirth.
Yeah.
You had... So that was the first week. Second week, literally,
Superman.
was Superman.
And then 2 weeks later was...
is Fantastic Four.
And out of those 3, honestly...
You're probably going for the first 2.
You're going to go for the first 2. And
that's okay.
To be very fair, Fantastic Four has not had a good track record in the past. So people are going to make that decision that, you know what, I'll wait for it to come out on Disney Plus. People I know have said that to me.
Yeah.
People who like Fantastic Four have said that to me. They're like, we'd rather go see Superman and then Fantastic Four. I did change their minds, by the way. They went and they really enjoyed it.
It hurts.
No, but they went and they really liked it.
Just because it's a good movie. Everybody go watch it. Like, of course, Superman is a good movie, but I just, like... I, again, wanted to say this for another episode, but I'll just say it anyway. Fantastic Four has really been pushed to the sidelines for so long.
Yeah.
Because the last 3 failed. So for years, Marvel was like, oh, we're not going to do anything about it now. Then, you know, this movie is announced. Everyone is really excited about it. Even just a year ago when they started filming, you should have brought them into people's attention again. Make a what if episode about them.
Yeah.
If not a whole animation. Bring them into Marvel Rivals earlier, which is the video game. You only brought them in 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Like, just before the movie came out.
Yeah.
Like, bring them back to people's attention.
Yeah.
So that people know their significance and their importance to Marvel. Because like we said in our first episode, they are foundational.
Yeah.
They are really, really important to the rest of Marvel.
Yeah.
Like, only Captain America existed before them.
Yeah.
Because of them, we have Iron Man, we have Black Panther, we have Daredevil, we have Spider-Man. Like, it's because of them.
Yeah.
And Superman is also foundational.
Yeah.
Right?
For DC.
For DC.
And this is where
and nothing came before him.
And this is where that whole thing comes in. What is the future? Where do we see this going?
So where is the legacy?
Yeah.
I can see it having a good future if they handle things properly.
Yeah.
If they give Darren Sweat his dues.
Yeah.
Which, in the grand scheme of things, they are. They're really, like, bringing him out there to, like, pretty much every media outlet and, like, you know, all this stuff. That's great. But I mean in terms of giving him what he is owed. Yeah. And, yes, bring the respect.
Bring the respect. Give him good storylines. Give him something to do. Let him be at the helm of the DCEU in terms of storylines and characters. Yeah. Obviously, they're not going to do the same thing that MCU does with the... I feel they're not going to connect stories, and that's fine.
That's okay. We don't need
I'm more than happy with that.
Yep.
But still, he is the leader of the Justice League and, you know, things like that. So I think that would be really, really interesting to see where that goes. But... Yeah, legacy-wise, I think...
What is it going to lead to? I know we're getting a Supergirl movie. Yeah. Beyond that, I can't remember what James Gunn was saying. Apparently, we're getting a Batman, like, different to Matt Reeves and Rob Pattinson. And that has me a little bit worried because we're casting a new Batman. Like, who's it going to be? People seem to think it's that Brendan Sklen guy. From 1883. I personally don't think so.
Brendan Sklenar, like he's
Sklenar,
hot.
He's hot, but he's not a. He's
but
not
I
a
don't
Bruce,
know. He doesn't have a Bruce Wayne vibe.
If I was really gonna really get into it, I think it should be Jensen Ackles. But
oh man, a bit of an older Bruce Wayne.
A bit of an older Bruce Wayne. A bit of a person who's already done it before in animation.
He's done the animated version, and he was good.
His voice is very, very good for it.
True. And he does that voice modulation thing.
Yeah.
Look, I think it's going to be interesting to watch.
I don't know where we're going with this, but
it's going to be interesting to watch DC and what happens next. I just like the fact that we've got these two movies from Marvel and DC that have kind of given all of us a little bit of a boost when it comes to like superheroes, because I think we were getting a bit tired, we were exhausted, we were not really enjoying the content that was coming out of both houses. I
honestly think this has been apart from maybe and I hate to say it, but didn't enjoy Captain America Brave New World as much as sadly. I was hoping to, and I feel bad about that. That's not
I agree.
A criticism.
We'll talk about about that.
I hate that I'm even saying it because I love Sam Wilson. I love me some Sam Wilson.
Too.
But the movie just didn't land for me.
It was disappointing.
But Thunderbolts was good. Superman, good. And Fantastic Four, good.
Absolutely.
So it's been good. It's been a good year for comic book movies.
It has.
As compared to last year and the year before and all that. And Feige said some things that I don't know. I don't necessarily agree with, but some that I do, some that I don't. And I don't know. It'll be interesting to see where we go from here.
Yep.
In terms of both companies. DC with Supergirl, Marvel with Spider-Man, Brand New Day.
Yep.
But yeah, we're in a good time with these two movies. But because this is a Superman episode, we will say that Superman is very, very good.
4 stars on Letterboxd.
4 stars on Letterboxd. And yeah, I know we didn't really talk about any of the side characters like Jimmy Olsen and Perry and all that stuff, but they were great too. Eve is the real star of this, let's be honest.
Yes, she saved everyone's butt.
She saved everybody's butt. And yeah, the tone is exactly where it needed to be. The aesthetic is what I was hoping for. I guess I sort of was hoping for a bit of more of a period sort of aesthetic, but it was nice to have something that wasn't too obvious. You don't know which time it's in.
Yeah.
Yes, we have social media playing a part, but you don't necessarily when it's supposed to be. But no, I really enjoyed this, and I'm glad we saw it a second time.
Same. Yeah. See, I made the right decision. I made you make the right decision.
I'm having this dilemma of do we go see Superman a second time because we have to record this episode, or do we go see Fantastic Four a third time?
And so I said one's a logical
for emotional.
One's a logical. Yeah. One's a logical decision. The other one's an emotional decision.
Yeah, but we are going to take the emotional decision this week.
Yes, and go watch Fantastic Four again.
I need to see it. I'm feeling the.
You feeling it?
The need to see my peoples again. They're my family. I love them.
Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please follow us. We're a little bit, our YouTube stuff is a little bit behind the episode stuff.
Yeah.
But basically we're on the same platforms.
Yeah.
But please follow us on our socials. We're on Instagram. We're on TikTok. Our TikTok, for some reason, we can't link our Instagram. So
don't know what's happening.
I don't know what's happening there.
Follow us on Instagram.
Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok as well. But, that's what's happening. But follow us on our socials.
On the Clock app.
On the Clock app.
Not the Bird app. We're not on there.
No.
We're not on Elon's app. Okay?
No, not at all. But yeah, please follow us on socials and follow us on here, wherever you're listening to us, either Spotify or Apple or any of the other ones. And listen in for our next episode. We're not sure exactly what we're doing next, but there will be one coming up.
We do have an idea what we're doing.
Yeah, but we won't announce it just in case things change.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was lovely talking to everybody, and go watch Superman if you haven't watched it yet.
Yes.
Maybe by the time you hear it, it won't be available, so you'll have to watch it
Well,
on streaming.
the whole thing is like it's gonna hit streaming, not streaming. I think it's gonna hit digital August 26th.
Oh, geez.
And everybody's like, that's literally only 45 days after it came out. Great.
Anyway, so if that happens, go watch it on that.
Go watch it wherever you can find it at that point.
And we shall talk to you next time.
Bye.